something quickly, because the choice of food. I was thinking that excessive marketing, the kind of marketing that happens in selling cornflakes and subways and all those things perhaps have influenced a choice. So anything else you'd like to give from the psychological perspective would add value.
Yeah, thank you. So I think I would like to look at it as three main segments. One is, the teenage group and the women, the reproductive age women and teenage. Essentially, most of them still have body image issues. So they are actually trying out different foods, and body image being the background of it. We have people who are on they do this yo-yo diets. They are on diets, and once they are off a diet, they overeat. And during this time, they also have comfort eating. And during comfort eating, they also end up having binge eating. And binge eating is primary cause for obesity. Okay. So binge eating, that happens a lot now with the adolescent age group and the reproductive age group. I'm looking at it from the perspective of maternal health. And also we have a very strange thing called orthorexia. I do not know how many of you would know, but orthorexia is excessive consciousness of calories or nutrients. So they actually do not eat properly at all. They forget that there is a relationship existing between food and a human being. So food becomes a product. So when they get into that, the other end of the spectrum could be that they may end up having binge eating some point in time. Okay, so these are the things, and also the instant gratification that Anjana was talking about. Basically, that is what we have as instant gratification is what we are looking at. So I can Swiggy things. I have food at the fingertip. And that is what is most reported now, that midnight eating binges are the highest. I stay up because I'm working. I have wrong rhythms of work, so I'm staying awake, and at 11:30 I'm hungry. So I'm not interested in eating food that is available at home, but I want to Swiggy something which is going to keep me very happy at that time. So I can get half a liter of ice cream. And this is what is happening with even children in hostels. So wherever they're away from home or in the home. And the other one that we have noticed, excessive amount of eating disorders.
Someone has to mute. Please, all of you mute your microphone.
There is a Redmi Note 7S.
Mute your phone, please. Thai. Is it Thai? No. Some Redmi. Okay.
Okay. So the other one is, as I was talking about this, the partying culture. The partying culture that has now crept into everyone's life. So party is a very important thing. Weekend partying. So weekend partying is where maximum amount of breaking of rules of any eating is happening. So whether it is eating or drinking, it's like I'm free to do what I want during the weekend. So this is what has now crept in so much that the highest level of alcohol consumption. So as we know, the top addiction that we are talking about right now maybe is food. So till now maybe we talked about addictions of all sorts, but we have now come into that point in life wherein we are looking at food as the primary addiction. So how you are looking at it, how you are dealing with it, it's an addictive process. So I can have maybe once upon a time, if there was a party, people still had some control over what was being served. Now you have somebody who will serve 30 dishes, and there are those who say, I will taste all of them. So, this is happening even at the slum level, unfortunately. Food has become a big source of comfort. And during lockdown, addictions have increased, and these instant foods have gone up because that was very stressful time for people to share space and live in the same space and manage their children. So a working mother, a working father and two children trying to attend school online, created all opportunities for very bad eating habits. And that's what we've seen. So lifestyle is one that we have as a big challenge, because as much as awareness is being built and so much things are being done by doctors and all health professionals, but lifestyle as such has gone into that fast forward mode. What we are suffering from is a fast forward mode of life. So we want everything quick. And we have forgotten all the old traditions. People eat dinner at 10:30, 11, 12, 1, 2.
It's messing up the entire biorhythm.
So the biorhythm is completely, the circadian rhythm by itself is taking a beating. And yes, body image problems, as I started with. So people hit the gym, work out like mad, come back and eat all food that they can lay their hands on.
Yes. So we see that happening in clubs. You know, they exercise, go to the gym, then come out and have some budgies or whatever. So okay, so I think you've given an example.
Even in a small place, you know, there are many gyms that have sprouted. There are many more eateries. Possibly Hyderabad has the maximum street food available, eateries available. So as I'm walking on a street, I can have 45 options in the 100 meters. It's possible.
So you've covered almost all aspects, and I'm very happy. It is very comprehensive because you covered body image issues and people who calorie count. Every little thing is calorie counting. So people are choosing wrong foods. So I've taken a lot of notes, including the street food thing, which perhaps at a later time I'll get a chance to discuss what is that. So this is fairly comprehensive. This is nice. If anybody wants to add any more, it's fine. Otherwise, we'll go to the effects of bad eating on our human physiology, where the doctors will step in.
Can I say a few things here, please?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. So besides what Vasuprada has said, just to be brief and precise about choice of wrong foods. So one is the main thing which drives this is taste.
Yes.
If the wrong foods have got taste that is better than healthy food, that is what is going to lead to wrong choices.
Absolutely.
There is stress in life everywhere. Everyone's got stress. And everyone hasn't learned how to handle stress.
Yes.
So people who don't know how to take care of the stress will go onto binge eating or wrong food eating, either just because of the stress or stress plus some personality factors that they may have.
Yes.
The pleasure centers in the brain are the ones which, when they get triggered by some things in the food, they continue and make those people eat the wrong foods over and over again. And that's what the addiction is. That's why I tell people that in the vault of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, the secret formula is no big thing, it's only sugar.
Yes.
That is the secret formula.
I've had the misfortune of having been given the tour of that particular plant 30 years ago.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and I said, it can't be anything else but sugar inside that big vault over there.
Yes.
The other aspect is, as Vasuprada also pointed out, easier availability.
Yes.
Whether this starts at home, if parents or the maids at home are not going to make anything healthy, take the time, the kids are fed on something that is very easy to give, easily available. Then we get brainwashed by all sorts of advertising.
Yes.
It's like we know, for example, we tell people how all the branded oils are being advertised which have got omega-6 fatty acids.
Jesus Christ.
And we need omega-3 fatty acids, but everyone only knows the names of the branded oils.
Yes.
And again, when she talked of street food, if street food or McDonald's can be matched by simple food created by anyone that is healthy, and there is a way to make it tasty.
Yeah.
If that can be done, you'll get rid of all the McDonald's and everyone from India.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just wanted to add to one thing. Looking at this from a point of view, my voice is not going. Yes, Sudhir, we can hear you. Going?
We can hear you.
Yeah. So one is the convenience, which is driving it, and the second is based to meet the convenience. The market forces are pretty agile. So they are offering it also. I remember my grandfather lived for 105 years, and he has only died without any disease just 6-7 years back. And he had two formulas: keep your spine straight and eat your food 32 times. जितने दांत है उतने बार चबाने. And that's what he followed entirely. And there are a lot of medical doctors would agree that what happens. But I remember, I don't have to go anywhere else why people are choosing. I look at why I choose convenient food, because I don't have time. So I take a bread piece, and this I run. And that's not what you heard at all. So these are some of the things that I think, one of the things what Dr. Surendra is talking about. There are lots of Indian food, but I don't find any eating joint offering what we actually cook in home is not available in any eatery.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why
so
not?
I think,
Why?
So when we come to the solutions part, I think this is what we need to suggest, that home cooked food be available in street food wherever. So let's talk that. So I like what you said, the ancient wisdom of eating. Like they say that you have to drink your.
I can't hear Karuna also.
Uday, you don't fiddle with your phone. Just leave it. It'll help you. You can hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah. So the ancient wisdom about drink your food and eat your water holds good even today. I think not many people know, the chewing part. They have forgotten to chew so much that it liquefies in your mouth, and you have to swallow it. Anyway, so I think we got a fairly comprehensive, Okay, so quickly you want to say something now. I see Dr. Lakshmi, I see Dr. Nishita. So quickly, if you can say, then I come to Tanuja. Yeah, hi, Dr. Lakshmi.
Thank you, Karuna ji, for inviting me, and thank you for the eminent audience and the participants there. I'm Dr. Lakshmi Lavanya. I'm an endocrinologist out of American Institute of Diabetes and Endocrinology in Hyderabad. So I have listened to all your talks a bit. I was busy with my patients. I was multitasking. I'm sorry, due to the COVID coming up. I have a lot of patients in the evening who could not wait due to the holiday coming up, festivities. So basically, I have been listening to Dr. Vasuprada, psychologist, and all the other participants on how this obesity in India is going to be a huge problem, the psychological background of it, the causative factors behind it. So I'm ashamed to see that in 2019, we had about 19.3% of our child population with obesity, which in 2020 has gone up to 22.4%.
Oh my
Thanks
God.
to pandemic, all the children sitting at home, only the children were the most irritated, I think, were the last in the line to go back to their schools. Every other thing got open, and children's schools were the last ones to be open. And with all that psychological factors behind staying at home, like she was mentioning about the binge eating, the happy eating, the break eating, the stress eating. Eating was one of their time pass and one of their to-go mechanisms to reduce or vent out their stress, I would say. So, as a matter of fact, Indian obesity, childhood obesity is now 14.4 million, which is only next to China, which is about a little above 20 million children, and we are, after us is USA with more than 13 million children with obesity. So we stand the second highest number of childhood obesity after China, between the ages of 2 to 19 years of age. And I was actually surprised. I was taken aback because we were not the second highest. We were the third after USA. Now we have crossed USA, which is such a
We beat USA.
Yeah, we beat USA now. And then, the most, I would go into not the positive factors, but the community and the environment, which is basically taken aback with the childhood. A child being obese is an adult with hypertension, diabetes, all the metabolic features, high cholesterol, obstructive sleep apnea, asthma, sleeping disorders, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety. The girls with obesity are having a huge problem these days with a newer entity, which was not so much seen, which is PCOD, the infertility issues, then the gestational diabetes, and the lack of menses, and a whole lot of cosmetic derangements that these girls have to go through with hirsutism, with the hair fall, with the acanthosis, the skin pigmentation issues. So there's a huge burden on their families with low self-esteem, less self-confidence. And that again breeds more depression, anxiety. And then, many of these people also have gallstones, fatty liver, then there's a heartburn problem. Then there is the social problem of bulimia and the stigma. They also go through a lot of bullying and stigma in schools and colleges, and they resort to other mechanisms of addictions to get away from this. So they again resort to smoking and illicit drug use. Then again the increase in crime rate with drunk driving and driving under the influence of alcohol, illegal pregnancies, premarital sex, and sexually transmitted diseases. So one problem leads into another problem. So this is obesity is on one hand and malnourishment is on the other hand. Malnourishment also has gone up. I have not looked at the latest census. I did not find time because I don't see malnourishment in my clinic, or neither do I talk on this subject because I'm an endocrinologist and it's predominantly obesity and PCOD, and I have seen the other side of the nourishment disorders. So I would let Karuna Garu to maybe take up another expert in this area to go through the malnourishment, but I'm sure the pandemic has increased the malnourishment also around the world.
No, actually, Dr. Lakshmi, so you've given out, fantastic points, but I'd like to just say the research study says that all the people like you're treating could actually be malnourished because the certain, requirement of minerals, there's an imbalance. So obviously,
exactly. Obesity does not make them overnourished. That's a very good point you brought up. Malnourishment is a derangement of the nourishment. What I use the wrong term, undernourishment.